Our coverage of Campaign 2020 continues right now. Last night's presidential debate was marked by plenty of chaos, a lot of jabs. The two candidates interrupted each other more than 70 times in all. Joining us this afternoon with some reaction is Southern Connecticut State University Associate Professor of Political Science, Jennifer Hopper. Jennifer, thank you very much for taking a few minutes to talk with us.
Thanks for having me.
Let me ask you first, what did you think when you watched that last night? What was your reaction?
It was on another level in many ways. There was very little policy. There were many personal attacks. And it's unfortunate because this is a moment when many Americans are first really starting to tune into the campaign, into the election. In an ideal world, you would have a really clear articulation of what's at stake in choosing one candidate over another. And instead, a lot of it was really messy and incoherent.
It's interesting. You mentioned very little policy. Did voters learn anything new at any point last night, do you think?
Much of it, both candidates were expressing views that they've expressed in the past, so no real surprising information, maybe no new information. I think it's possible that voters learned a little something about who these two men are as leaders, as individuals, and that could potentially be useful for undecided voters, but no, not a lot new in this debate.
Now, Chris Wallace from Fox News was the moderator last night. I'll be honest, I don't think this would be an easy job for anybody. Is he to blame, do you think, for maybe losing control or not taking control at any point?
Yeah, he certainly could not keep them in check. I think you're right. Most of us would be hard pressed to do this particular job.
Sure.
It's a pretty thankless task. He asserted himself a bit more as time went on in the debate, but he had said going in that he did not want to be a really visible presence, that he didn't want to do real-time fact checking. And it's just a problem in a debate that has so much misinformation within it to not have that kind of real-time pushback to hold candidates accountable. The Commission on Presidential Debates has said that they might change the format up in the next few debates, and that could potentially help with some of these issues.
It's interesting you mentioned the next debates. I was at the grocery store today and the gas station, and I heard people at both locations talking about how they had to turn it off last night. Do you think there's a chance people won't even tune in next time?
I absolutely do. I think the tone of what you saw go on, the content that you saw go on, turns a lot of people off. It's what a lot of people don't like about our political process. The one thing that I will say is that the format of the next debate is a town hall debate where real Americans are going to be asking the questions. And I think potentially that makes it less likely that those questions can be dismissed. And maybe we get some more answers that are designed to respond to the problems that real Americans are facing in the present.
All right, real quickly, was there a winner last night, do you think?
As others have noted, it felt like we all lost at the end of it. But some instant polls did show that Biden did better in his ratings in terms of his performance and in terms of his favorability ratings. And his campaign experienced a surge in fundraising online, which could be some indicators that he did better. The Trump campaign, they are behind in the polls right now, so they really needed to do something to improve their position. And I'm not sure that we saw that in his performance last night.
It is going to be an interesting October. Jennifer Hopper, thank you very much for talking with us this afternoon. We appreciate it.